I got in trouble because I said a couple words that are literally in health books in elementary school. So what I'd like to tell you, just to start off, is I'll do the best I can to just not offend your delicate little ears. But if I do, email me, tweet at me. You come to me, I'm a man. It's a very famous ESPN video. Just come at me. Don't email Paul. This isn't his fault that I speak with this forked tongue using clinical words for the anatomy. So don't go to Paul. You come at me. I can handle it. So if I'm gonna try. I can do it. I've done it before, and we're just here about the PTOs, man. I mean, do I have PTO right now?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the other things too is we have technicians watching. There's like 1,500 technicians, I believe, watching, and these are the ones, from the looks of this one dude's arms, these are the ones that just beat up everybody and got to come. I don't know if you get paid hourly, but I think too much time at the gym. I feel like how much could we... Jesus, how ripped... What is this job? Do you just lift solar panels? I don't understand. May I ask what the technician does? May I ask just a brief... Are you guys installing it? You manage the guys that install it. Well, I didn't. All right, Jesus. So the people watching are the people out there on the hot roofs. They're on the roof, just watching this on their phone. All right, well, those seem like that seems like the grunt work, if I may use the word grunt without upsetting anyone. So we'll thank you for all that work. I don't know why I'm thanking you. I'd like to know who's getting that $45 million we just found. That's what I took from that slideshow. I saw it twice today, and he just kind of glances over, yeah, it's an extra 50 million buckaroonies. I'd be like, can we split that? Can I have some of it? I'll take a little bit. That's on you, though. You write that email. Don't email me about that 50 million bucks. That goes straight to Paul. He's got that money. That's in his wallet, I bet. Nobody carries it on him. You just talk. This is a very thought-out slide, and then you just kind of casually mention an extra $500 million. All right, I'm in. I wish I was as in shape as that guy. Jesus, made me feel fat. I did just gain 15 pounds. I do that every year. I don't know what your life is like, but I gained 15 pounds, and then I don't fit in my pants, and I decide to lose that, and then I lose about 10 of it, and that's how I've become a bigger person since childhood. I just don't lose all the weight and go up pant sizes. I started seeing a trainer. The first thing the trainer said was, do you want to measure your body fat? Actually, I don't want to do that. I can confirm that it's there, and we'll move on. I don't want an accurate measurement of it. I can tell you where there's body fat by where it gets wet on my shirt when it's hot outside. You need that? You need that type of thing? I didn't even realize the other day I looked down and it's wet right here. I thought I'd been shot. I'm like, I'm hit! There's a sniper on the roof. The bullet entered my upper abdomen and exited my lower back, apparently. Why is my underwear wet? That sums up summer for me. 100% chance of humidity in my pants. He said, let's do a pinch test. So we got a pincher, and he pinched me here, and then he pinched me here, and he told me exactly how fat I was. That's bullying, what you just did. He just called me fat, grabbed my boob, and charged me $100. That's classic bullying. He said, what are your fitness goals? I said, I've never heard those two words put together. You need different friends. My fitness goal is to not get sad when I brush my teeth with no shirt on. Is that on your list? Can you check that box for me? If I brush my teeth with my shirt off, so much more movement happens than I'm prepared to deal with at 7 in the morning. I'd rather have cavities than look at this body like it's running from a fire in all different directions. I get so sad, I feel like I need to sit on the toilet and cry for an hour. That makes me even more sad because my legs look super fat when I sit on the toilet. I don't know what kind of toilet legs you guys are working with, but I got no thigh gap. I sit on the toilet and my thighs squeeze together like they're hiding my junk from the Nazis. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, folks. Just at Tommy Johnagin. If you got a problem with that one, then at Tommy Johnagin. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to get to the meat of this situation. I said junk. I'm pre-defending myself. I said junk. I did say boob, but it's referencing a male, so that would be more of a chest. So I'm just breaking down your problem. I can't believe, and if you're creating a visual of me naked on a toilet, then that's your own problem. You email yourself. Be less visual at a comedy show. For the love of Pete, the guy I know. Things are going great in my life. My girlfriend and I have been trying to have a baby for 3 months, I found out last Saturday. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me, we're just doing it. We already have a baby, so she's not trying to trap me. Well, I'm trapped. You can't extra trap somebody. There's no more trapping. Once you got someone trapped, you don't just put extra bars on the cell door. I'm as trapped as they get. I got an old baby. That's my main problem with having a new baby, is I got an old baby, and I love the old baby. I don't need a new baby. Who needs 2 babies? I can understand if I got my old baby and kidney starts going bad. You're going to want to make a new kidney baby. But we are aware it's comedy, right? Like that was, before I came up here, that was the thing that was said, right? I'm not harvesting kidneys. Holy Paul. It's another dude I know. I have to call him by Peter Paul because Pete. Anyway. You do have this old baby? I don't know. I don't know if I can love a new baby as much as I love the old baby. I love the old baby so much. So much more than she deserves. I don't know if you've ever met a 2.5-year-old woman, but they're not nice people. They haven't gotten to the point where they deserve love yet. She's not nice to me. I go to get out of her room one day, and I said, I love you, baby. And she goes, I want mommy. All right, well, have fun getting out of your crib by yourself. You jerk. I'm like, you want mommy? Well, guess why daddy's in here. Mommy heard you crying on the monitor, and she said, and I quote, ugh, I'm not ready to deal with her right now. That's the crap she says about you when you're not around. Think about that next time you want mommy. I don't know why I'm taking the blunt into this. My kid's naming Mickey characters the other day. Just naming them. Donald, Daisy, Minnie. And I go, who's your favorite? She goes, not you. Well, Jesus, man, I didn't even put my name in it. Why would you just say that? But I love her, even though she's not nice. I do love her. We're going to have another one. You can find out what you're having now, sex-wise, meaning gender. Eggshells up here, people. You can find out what you're having gender-wise, meaning, if they have girl parts or boy parts. You can find that out through a DNA test at 10 weeks, and we found out we're having another girl. I don't know what it's going to be like to have 2 girls, but I can tell you from the people's reactions that I've told them having 2 girls, based solely on their reaction, I can tell you having 2 girls is not going to be great. I don't think it's going to be great. I'm terrified. It's terrifying. I tell people I'm having another girl, they act like I told them I got something cut off my skin and sent it to get biopsy. They're like, oh no, I hate when bad things happen to good people. 2 girls plus the other girl that's having the girls? That's the worst thing. We're gonna do it. We're done after this one. We're not married yet.
Oh my God.
I know. At Tommy Johnagin. We talk about getting married. I just don't love the idea of marrying a chick that has a baby. Talk about baggage. I don't need that in my life. I've got a baby to think about. I got one on the way. I can't have this white trash single mom pregnant dragging us down. A pack of smokes. You got any cool menthols? Jesus, woman, you're pregnant. Comedy, once again. Sometimes one exaggerates further than the truth to get a reaction, and that reaction is not supposed to be that. I pulled it back, but we're having fun with it now. This is all in jest. I'm having a good time. So I feel like I've gone a little like bringing it up too much. But this is a live show, and then Paul said, hey, you can even make a joke about how we said you're dirty. And I was like, done. I'll do 10 of them. So we got 6 more to go. I'm trying. I have to think everything I say just to make sure I'm not gonna upset anybody. I did propose to my girlfriend in the way that you should propose when you have a baby with someone. Didn't make a big deal about it. I put the ring on the counter and I let her find it. I feel like that is an accurate representation of what we are in store for the rest of our lives. I don't want to get down on one knee and beg you, drop down some confetti, learn a Bruno Mars song, and dance. That isn't what our future holds. Our future is maybe sometimes when you come home, there might be something nice on the counter. And that's it. From now on. Are you in or you out? We were going to bed the other night. We were going to bed together the other night. 2 unmarried people. And she looks at me and she goes, do you think our relationship has gotten boring? And I said, I don't think we're going to bed anytime soon. So that's exciting. 30 seconds ago, I was like, I'm going to sleep. And now I'm like, who knows when that's going to happen? Maybe never. I said, of course it's boring, babe. We're together 5 years. We got a 2-year-old. We weren't exciting before. We're 2 boring people, and we made a boring baby. What about that adds up to exciting for you? It's supposed to be boring. I don't want to try to fix it. Some people get bored and they want to fix it. I'm bored. Let's go on a trip. Well, good luck. It's the same 2 boring people at a beach. If you tell a restaurant your burger sucks, they don't go, have you tried it by the window? Same burger? Seems like it doesn't make sense. I think it's good that it's boring. That means it's stable. You don't want to live in an exciting... You don't want your house to be exciting. That means it's haunted or it's going to cave in. That's what exciting is. That's what you want a solid foundation. And when you go to bed, you don't want to think, oh man, maybe this will murder me in my sleep. That's the same thing you want when you love someone. You want to know that they're not going to murder you in your sleep. Because after a while, that's the only way to be exciting. Is, who knows how this is going to go. I'm going to do this marriage thing. Just because I have a kid now. I got another kid on the way that I'll probably like less, but still probably like some. I don't want my daughter to go to school one day and they talk about marriage and then she comes home and says, Dad, they said marriage is when 2 people love each other and they want to be together forever. And you guys aren't married. What's up with that? So that's why I want to get married. To avoid a conversation with my daughter. Doesn't have anything interesting to say, if you ask me. I don't want to keep a conversation going where I have to explain my theory on how marriage is an outdated system. Yeah, I would rather just get married than to have to do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's good. I lost my daughter at the park. I found her. That would be a weird way to take this show. I just said that. I was like, I just needed to get that off my chest. I feel better now. I went to the park. My chick went on a trip and just left me and the kid alone for a week, which I didn't think dads did that. I didn't think that was a dad thing. I didn't think I'd be left alone. I remember the first time I held this baby, I thought, I hope there's always people around when I'm near you. I need a nurse, cop, maybe, militia. I don't know. So we go to the park and I lose her. It wasn't my fault. She's tiny, fast. She's built to lose. It's like trying to follow a hockey puck. Who has it? Where did it go? Oh. I immediately went to worst case scenario. So I lost her for 30 seconds and I was like, well, she's gone forever. That's gonna suck. And then I was like, well, what if someone kidnapped her and they sold her? She's a white baby. It's gonna get a lot of money. I don't make the rules here, people, but white babies get the most money. And I'm like, maybe she went to a rich family. That's how I'll spin it when I go home. Girlfriend comes home, I'll be like, I got some good news, I got some bad news. You're right about needing that second baby, first of all. Turns out we did need that as a backup.
Oh my god.
Secondly, she's with a rich family. Way better than us.
Oh my gosh.
I bought my girlfriend lingerie recently. You look uneasy. No. This wasn't on the. Who am I looking for? This wasn't on the. This wasn't on the list. If not, I can't even find anybody now, so I'll just do it. On the first show, I did a story where my girlfriend and I went to a gay holiday party. It's hilarious, and you're not going to get to hear it. Because 4 people sent an email to Paul, and they've ruined your fun. So Google it. Email them. That's what I would do. I would ask Paul for their email addresses and be like, you know what? You don't have fun, you like to email people? Well, guess who likes to do the same thing? So email Paul and get their email addresses, because that joke is funny. It's a long story, it's got a great ending. But anyway, they said, don't tell that story. And then they didn't say, don't tell this lingerie one, so I'm gonna tell it. I bought my girlfriend lingerie to spice things up in the boudoir. I don't know if I can say bedroom, so it's really delicate. I went to a lingerie store, $600 for lingerie. I didn't know that it could cost $600, honestly. It's way too much money. I'd have better luck in the bedroom if I just gave my girlfriend $600. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. Somebody gives you $600, you're gonna do some things you wouldn't normally do. How you feeling, baby girl? She's like open-minded. Yeah, I do. Pretty open-minded. So I bought the lingerie, not that one. That's crazy. I bought a cheaper one. And came home one day. She apparently was going to put it on and be wearing it when I walked through the door. It was like a big ta-da. But what happened was she'd gotten cold before I came home. So she put a flannel robe on over the lingerie. That's hot. I had to walk through the door and peel back a layer of my mom on Christmas morning. This is just like the internet. Why don't you put on those brown slippers? Let's go full bore.
It's terrible. Oh my gosh.
PTO. I'm gonna start saying that. I'm gonna create a graph. I'm gonna come home one day and be like, you notice we got a bunch of orange that hasn't been PTO'd yet. So we need to bring these levels down. I feel like since you got pregnant, the graph goes this way. I promise you, the little parts where I'm doing this, it's me thinking about the next thing to make sure there's nothing offensive in it. And if you have been offended by me pointing out that I'm trying not to be offended, you are a crazy person. That's it. At Tommy Johnagin. This has been the most fun. Having to filter it all through, said nothing dirty. I mean, I feel like we're doing it so far. I think we're doing it, and no one's upset. We can all kiss our grandma and be happy. This does seem like a pretty solid company to work for, though. Everybody's pretty, ripped, tattooed. I feel like they were kind of just like, let's bring a chubby guy in for him to laugh at a little bit. See, that works. That's what I'll do. I'll make you guys feel bad for me. So, the graph says that we got an extra $50 million. I think we go all out. I think we do Chipotle for everybody after this. That's not all out for you guys? That's not what you would have done if you had $50 million?
Oh, Chipotle
If you give me $50 million right now, I'd be like, bulls all around, and guac everywhere. You get some guac, and you get some guac, and you get some guac. 50 million. My girlfriend's 9 years older than I am, so it's great. She's very pretty. She's 41. I love it. Aside from constantly worrying that she's going to pass away, I think it's the bee's knees, as she would say. I just want her to go peacefully in her sleep. You know what I mean? If I want anything, I want her to die in her sleep. And on the couch, if we're being honest, not in my bed. You know what I mean? That's a pillow top mattress. I can't even flip it. And you die in it? Now I gotta plan your funeral and go to the mattress store? Jeez Louise, that's Pete's wife. My girlfriend and I go to very fancy parties because her friends are fancy. I think they're very stupid people. I don't like her friends. Don't like them. We went to a very fancy Thanksgiving dinner one year, and then she said, don't argue with anybody. And the reason she said, don't argue with anybody is because I love to argue. I love to argue. I love to argue with strangers especially. I don't care where you're from. I want to find something we disagree on and get in it. I'll disagree with something I agree with just to have a nice conversation and not find out what the weather's like where you're from. So we go to a very fancy Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sitting across the table from this British woman. That's how fancy it is. There's a British woman there. Payphone's ringing. So the British woman and I are sitting across from each other, and there's this news story on in the background about a pedophile. And this news story comes on, and the Brit goes, pedophiles are the worst. And nobody said anything. Because Americans know that you don't talk about pedophiles on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving and Flag Day. Those are the 2 days that it is unacceptable to talk about pedophiles. And she said pedophiles are the worst, and then she goes, if I ever met one, I would know it immediately. And I go, no you wouldn't. I don't really care what kind of agreement we had before this party. That's not going to fly on my watch. You don't just get to blurt that out. I gave it a beat. I was going to let someone else take it. She was like, I know immediately. And I was like, who's going to? I got it. I'll do it. It's on me. So I dug in. I said, no you wouldn't. She said, I'm a great judge of character. And if someone did something that awful, I would sense it. And I said, you would sense it with your senses. Your pedophile senses would kick in. I go, what you're describing is a superpower. And if you had it, we would have you meet all the people. And at that point, my girlfriend grabbed my leg and squeezed it tight like we were on a plane experiencing light turbulence. And I knew that she meant you have to win this argument. Roger. Dodger. I'm a bad cuddler. I don't cuddle well. I cuddle well. I'm not a bad cuddler. Who am I? I'm a good cuddler. I'm just a little spoon. I'm a male little spoon. I'm up here in front of all you people saying it. I'm a male little spoon. It's 2015, people. Women can be the big spoon. Stop living in the past. I'm a feminist. A woman can do anything a man can do, including holding me in the fetal position until I fall asleep. Put down your aprons, ladies, and come here and rub the fatty tissue on your chest, which is the word I shouldn't say, against my back. I feel like it got worse when we skirted around it. Hold me. I don't like being the big spoon. My belly gets hot. And it doesn't make sense. If you were trying to defend me because we're friends now, don't. It doesn't make sense. Maybe in your mind you're thinking, well, perhaps she's a large woman, tall, broad, and it looks like a mama bear holding her cub. It doesn't look like that. She's little. If you walked in and saw it, it would confuse you. It would unravel evolution. You would say, what is happening? Were you giving her a ride and you fell over? Why are you doing that? Do you need help? Is this transgender? I'm a little spoon. And I'm okay with it. I'm here to stand up for those male little spoons. Afraid to go out in public. Can't find somebody. Trying to quietly roll this way. And drag her arm over you. It's hard being a male little spoon. Tell you what. It's even harder when she's pregnant. That's the size, I don't know, whoa. I will explain, because I feel like some of your brains clicked into a part that shouldn't. Once again, if you think of the way a little spoon works, it's two, we're fully clothed. That's the visual I'd like to paint. I have a t-shirt on and long sweatpants, and I'm even wearing socks. The ones with the finger holes. Because I like to stay warm in between my toes. So I'm facing this way. She is also fully clothed, and she is the big spoon, which means she is to put her arm around me and press against me. But she has a big belly because she's pregnant, and it doesn't allow for that. I heard one person groan when I said it's hard when she's pregnant, and I don't know what weird internet place your brain went to, but I was meaning physically, when a woman's belly is large, it is hard for her to be the big spoon. I'm going to do this from now on. Every show, I'm going to make it offensive proof where I explain everything, because you know what it is? People are tainted. I'm the pure one. People are tainted. Get off the internet. I appreciate you guys coming, and I appreciate you guys having me here. This is for real. I do love it. I've done 3 shows for this company. It's been fun. This is the first time I've done 2 in one day, and then had 1,500 people watching, so it's a very exciting time. And then you guys have just gone public. You found an extra $50 million, so I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of money when you get back to your offices. Just like cash money. Chipotle. So thanks. We'll do this again sometime. I'll tell you this before I go. I have to FaceTime with my mom often because we have a little baby and one on the way. So we FaceTime with my mom about an iPad. The first thing she said was, "Where does the wireless router plug in?" All right, I'm going to need you to repeat that question. Pay attention to all the words in it. Wireless. If you bought something called wireless expecting it to have wires, I'd like to sell things to you. I'll sell you a solar-powered wire router. My mom called and said she needed iTunes, so I had to explain iTunes to my mom over the phone. It's very difficult. I said, it's easy at first. I said, go online, find iTunes, download it, create a username and a password, and you have iTunes. And she said, are there spaces in that? She asked if there were spaces in a sentence that I said out loud, because she was typing it all into the browser bar. www. Go online, find iTunes, download it, create a username and a password, and she was going to hit .com and fling it into the internet. Just there's the information. Bring me iTunes by tomorrow. She runs down the street ringing a bell. The internet is coming from the Amazon. At one point, she said, is there internet on iTunes? I'm going to hang up now. I'll call you on your birthday or the day after. I can never remember which one it is. She called an hour later. She goes, I downloaded a song. Is it supposed to open in Microsoft Works? Short answer, no. It is not supposed to open in Microsoft Works. I don't even know how you made that happen. I'm not smart enough to be dumb enough to work backwards and understand the amount of things you did wrong in a row to open a song in Microsoft Works. Bill Gates couldn't open a song in Microsoft Works. The number of times your computer said, are you sure? Are you sure? I don't think we're supposed to be here, lady. All right, that's it for me, guys. That's the end of the show. We're going to bring Nick back up here with a sweet